No more checks. Using WIC is easier than ever. WIC is a free nutrition program that helps working families stretch their food budget and make healthy choices. WIC helps families learn to shop for nutritious foods and provides recipes for healthy meals. There's even online nutrition education and an app to make shopping easier. WIC, good food, and a whole lot more. Call or visit us online to find out if you qualify.
On this special two-part episode of the Good Food Project, Anne and Julie make 6 meals out of 1 meal prep. And if you're asking yourself how will they do that, stay tuned. In the opening segment, Julie prepares 3 combinations of rice bowls: Asian, vegetarian, and taco inspired. Then on part 2, Anne will show us how to transform everyday chicken into 3 crowd-pleasing meals. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Good Food Project.
Hi, I'm Ann. I'm the senior nutritionist at the Framingham Waltham WIC office.
And I'm Julie. I'm nutritionist at the Waltham Framingham WIC office.
So today we're going to talk about meal prep. Julie, why is it important to prep your meals?
Well, it just makes your life a lot easier during the week because you get them prepped maybe on a Sunday when you have more time, and then when you're like busy during the week and it's hectic, you have it all ready to go.
Absolutely.
So,
and this also saves on money.
yeah.
I mean, if you buy the ingredients you need and the ingredient can be used in different recipes, you know, it's a lot easier than buying different ingredients for like 5 different recipes.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
what are you making today?
So I'm making rice 3 ways. The first is an Asian inspired bowl. The next is vegetarian, and the next is a taco bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I bought 2 pounds of chicken, so I'm gonna see what I can make with it. I was thinking a chicken meatball, chicken fajitas, and chicken breast.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So we'll see you in a few.
Oh, my sweet baby, you mean everything to me. I love you.
Can we get strawberries?
No, honey.
Please.
Okay.
So welcome back. My name's Julie. I'm just going to be making 3 different rice bowls today. So the one I'm starting with is a taco bowl. So the ingredients that we're using is brown rice. We already pre-steamed it. We're using lime to finish it off to give it some acidity. This is a tomato that we're going to use and chop small. Cilantro, peppers, and onions. And then salt and pepper. So I'm just going to start by chopping my onion. I already chopped it in half, and then I'm just going to chop the end off. Okay. Okay, so you chop the end off, and then you want to peel the outside. And it's always good to chop it into a flat bottom so that the vegetable is not moving around. And then you basically just cut horizontal to the surface and cut that way all the way up the onion. And then you're going to cut down, so you're basically forming like a grid. So down on top of the onion, you're making some cuts all the way across. And then you're going to cut this way to make your small dice. So of course, if you're making this with your kids, you want to do this job, not your child, because it's using a sharp knife. And this recipe is great because you can basically use whatever leftovers you have if you have different vegetables in the fridge, and you can really customize it. So if you didn't like onion, you could add a different vegetable or garlic. Okay, I'm just going to chop that up a little bit smaller. And with your farmer's market coupons, you can get all these, most likely all these vegetables there. So I'm just going to chop that a little more. I'm going to grab my other onion. So for 2 of the recipes, I'll be using both the onion and the pepper. So I'm just going to cook it all at once to make my life easier. Chop the end off. I'm going to peel it. Okay, and then I'm just going to, like I said before, take my knife horizontal to the cutting board, make a few slices across the top. And then I'm going to turn my knife this way and make slices across the top of the onion. And it is important to have your vegetables similar in size so they cook at the same time. So you don't have some pieces that are raw and some that are cooked. All right, so it's kind of difficult, it's kind of falling apart, so I'm just gonna rub my knife through it. It's making me get teary-eyed, the onion. All right, so kind of give it a rough chop so it's a little bit smaller. All right, so I have a pan here that's heated over about medium heat. I'm gonna add some olive oil to the pan, and then I'm gonna add my onion. Good sound, it's nice and hot. And then to the onion, I'm gonna add some salt, and that helps the onion kind of sweat out some of the liquid. Oops. And now I'm gonna cut up my pepper, because I want to have some cooked pepper in the rice bowl. And of course, if you like the taste of a really strong onion, you could just leave it raw, but I'm just going to cook it so it becomes a little more sweet. All right, so that's going to cook. Leave it there to brown. I'm going to take my pepper, and I kind of put it, you can actually kind of crush it down so that it's flat, and then you can cut it into little slices. All right, and then you're going to cut the other way to make a little dice. And pepper is great because it adds a nice color to the dish, so it's not just all the same color. So today we're also making the chicken, so it's kind of acting as a side dish, but if you wanted to use this as a main dish, you could add some like tofu or chicken to it, like we're doing today, and it kind of makes it a more complete meal. And it's also important to have a cutting board that isn't sliding around. So what you can do is put like a wet paper towel or washcloth under your board so it's not slipping around. All right. So I'm gonna cut it a little smaller. All right. Just gonna stir this around. And you could also add like jalapeno if you wanted it to be a little bit spicy. But we're cooking for kids today, so we want to keep it on the mild side. So I'm going to add in my pepper. I'm just going to cook it until the pepper is soft and the onion's a little bit translucent. All right, so while that's cooking away, so I'm gonna cut up my tomato. I'm not gonna cook this because I wanted to add some freshness to the dish. So again, the tomato is flat, so you wouldn't want to cut it on the round side because it's moving around. Just gonna cut it into little cubes. All right, so the tomatoes all chopped up. I'm just gonna check on my onion and pepper mixture. See, it is good when you're cooking this to kind of let it set and not touch it the whole time because it allows it to get kind of caramelized on the edges. That's just flavor. So I'm just gonna check. I know the pepper is probably not done, but I'm just gonna check with my knife. So you could leave it a little bit crunchier if you like that. It actually is pretty close to being done because I don't like it when my vegetables are soft, like really soft. So I'm gonna also start putting this together. So I have some kidney beans in this bowl. It's about 1/4 of a can. And this is the rice that I'm using for all 3 recipes. So I'm basically just gonna split this into 1/3 because I'm using it for my 2 other dishes. So we just cooked today 1 cup of uncooked rice, and it did yield more than a cup once it has the water in it, but I'm just gonna measure out a scoop of that and add it to my bowl. All right, so this is looking like it's done, the vegetables. So I'm gonna take my spoon, and I'm only gonna add half of this to my bowl because I'm using the other half in my other recipe. All right. All right, looks good. And then I'm gonna add my tomato. All right, looks good. And then I'm gonna grab my cilantro and just give it a rough chop. Okay. And if you were serving this to people that you didn't know, it might be good to have the cilantro on the side because some people don't like it, so let people season it themselves with the cilantro. But I'm just gonna mix this up. There's lots of nice colors. Looks really good. All right. I'm just gonna garnish it with my cilantro. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. And you can season it to taste. Oh, and then we also have taco seasoning. It has chili powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some of that. I'm just gonna grab my tablespoon. You can also use like a pre-bought a seasoning that's already made from the store and just season it to taste. That should be good. Okay, mix that up. And then a little squeeze of lime. And I would definitely add the lime as you go because it can be kind of strong as well. All right, so there you have it. That's my taco bowl, rice bowl.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. Do you see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro? Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Okay, so welcome back. We're gonna get started on the vegetarian rice bowl. So I already have some frozen peas that we thawed out in the microwave. We just drained the water from them. I'm just gonna add about a cup of this rice. It's the same brown rice that we used in the previous recipe. And of course, brown rice is better than the white because it has the added fiber. Okay, I'm gonna add the onions and peppers that we cooked just a minute ago. Okay, and then I'm going to add this dressing that we made. It just has some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar, olive oil, garlic, and some Italian herbs. I'm just gonna add like about a teaspoon or so. Or just kind of go as, you can kind of taste it as you go, but just so it's coating all of the vegetables and rice. All right, just gonna give that a stir. And if you wanted to kind of spice up the flavors with this bowl, you could add some feta cheese on top. And then with the Mexican bowl the taco bowl that we made a minute ago, you could add some cheddar cheese. All right, so it's as simple as that. That's the vegetarian bowl.
Hello.
Hi, I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit savethefood.com.
All right, so welcome back. I'm on to the third dish. So before I get started on that, I just want to add some tomatoes to my vegetarian bowl because I've noticed like the colors, it needs some red in there just for a pop of color. So that looks a lot better. You can definitely do that when you're cooking at home. If you feel like you need more color, just add it in at the end. So in my third dish, I have some edamame in a bowl. I'm gonna add my rice to the edamame, and then I have I had to cook more peppers and onion for this dish. It's just yellow peppers and onion that I sauteed together. Okay, and then I have some soy sauce. I'm just gonna drizzle that over the top. Again, to taste, you don't have to add all of it, a few tablespoons. And then I'm gonna mix that together. And then just to give it some more color and flavor, I'm gonna add some fresh chives to the top, courtesy of Access Framingham. And there you have it. That's the Asian-inspired dish. That's all three put together. These would be great if you're serving it with just 2 people. We split the recipe in half to make smaller portions, but you can definitely make a larger portion if you're serving more people.
For this recipe and others, you can come to one of our cooking classes on Tuesday from 4 to 5 p.m. and Fridays from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/framingham.waltham.wic. We encourage you and your families to participate in one of our cooking classes. Hope to see you soon.
Something more than soup to keep me satisfied. Give me food, that's what I want.
No more checks. Using WIC is easier than ever. WIC is a free nutrition program that helps working families stretch their food budget and make healthy choices. WIC helps families learn to shop for nutritious foods and provides recipes for healthy meals. There's even online nutrition education and an app to make shopping easier. WIC, good food, and a whole lot more. Call or visit us online to find out if you qualify.